This is Pedro with CineMilled, and I am here today in my office, and that's why you see some of my toys here on the table, some of my little tchotchkes. And we got here my personal Ready Rig that I have owned since just about since when Ready Rig started making Ready Rigs, right? As you can see here, it is some of the bolts are rusted. A lot of the parts are all beat up because I have used this, I rented it, I have used it for a number of years very happily. But what we are doing right now is we are upgrading it with the beautiful and powerful Vega 2.0 upgrade, okay? And so we just did the unboxing over on Facebook. I did a live unboxing of this the other day, which you can catch on our YouTube channel as well. Um, and you'll see here all the different pieces it comes with. We got here our beautiful CineMilled Ready Rig Vest dock. And I was here a little bit earlier on Facebook Live beginning the upgrade process on my old vest. And a very interesting thing happened. So one of the things that the Ready Rig 2.0 upgrade comes with is you'll notice it comes with this little box, okay? And what this little box is, these are called screw extractors. It's a screw extractor kit. Now, it also comes with a drill bit, right? It also comes with a bunch of tools and the hardware bags. Here you go, hardware bag 1 and 2. And one of the first steps of doing this install is removing these loops from the bat wing over here, which a lot of people call the bat wing because, well, it looks like Batman's wing, right? So one of the issues is if you have a really old Ready Rig, which is what this video is regarding, let me see if the camera will focus. It won't during a live. But as you can see here, the bolts are very rusted, right? If you look underneath, you see some of this white stuff. That is salt. I did operate with this in a boat, and so that's why you see some of that. And on my previous live, I got stuck because you guessed it, the bolt got stuck, right? And in the video, I actually started to use the drill and started to try to drill out the bolt. Now, and use the screw extractor, right? Now, here's the thing. I only had one bolt stuck, right? And if you don't plan on, so this is maybe a little tip. If you don't ever plan on going back to stock and you want to save yourself a bunch of hassle and time trying to drill out the screw, and, you know, especially if you don't have even have a drill, and you want to spend the time to drill out that bolt, to take it out properly, carefully, right, by drilling this out, then using the screw extractor to unscrew the screw, right? If you don't care to do that, which is my case, a little top tip I have here is, as you can see, these bolts are not very big. They are not very strong, especially if they're a little bit rusty. You can take a crescent wrench right here, stick it on this, and then bend it over, and you'll be surprised on how easy the bolt will snap off. Now, the downside is if you can see, I know it's not focusing very well, the bolt will break off in the threads, right? But here's the thing. You don't need this gimbal loop or this loop here to on the Vega upgrade, right? This is one of the parts that you will no longer use. So if you don't care about ever going back to the stock bungee cords, which is my case, there's no reason I ever want to go back to there. You can simply grab a crescent wrench, stick it on there, and snap the bolt off, right? Instead of wasting a bunch of time drilling the bolt out, using the screw extractor, and dealing with all of that just to get the bolt out. So since, you know, if that's all you came here to know, then good. But there's one other little thing that I'd like to point out in this video, because you're probably watching this because you have an old ready rig just like me, and you want to know what you should look out for when you go to install the Vega. Is the old ready rigs like mine, they don't have bolts on the back on the other side of this. They have what's called a top hat bolt. And so we're going to be taking this Allen, right, putting it on this side. Let me get that in there. Okay, there you go. And to unscrew that, we actually normally we would use the included 7/16 wrench and hold and undo the bolt from the back. But this old ready rig does not have a bolt. It has the top head bolt. So let me keep in mind, I'm doing this one-handed, so bear with me. Okay, here we go. All right, so there you go. This is, oh, there you go. Okay, this is what the top hat bolt looks like. Okay, and once we take it off, you'll see it looks like a Monopoly old style vintage top hat. So what I have for you today are a pair of channel locks, right? Channel locks, if you're not familiar, if you're not a person that deals with tools, I'll explain to you right now. This is a pair of pliers that you can apply pressure to and it'll lock in place, right? And then once you're done and you want to release it, you press this and it releases, right? And then if you turn this guy here, it adjusts how much pressure it puts on whatever you're grabbing. So in our case here, what we're going to do is you can choose to grab it from here, right? And I'm actually just going to try to grab this way, the edge, and there you go. See, so it holds in place for you, okay? So I've adjusted the pressure right here on the channel lock so that when it's tight, it's going to hold this in place. And so now, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Now I'm going to turn this Allen, and whoops, I'm going to turn this Allen, and I'm going to hold that in place right there from rotating. And with any luck, well, let me see if I can use, I actually have a cell phone tripod here. Let me see if I can, yeah, there you go. Alrighty. There we go. All right. So now I can actually use both my hands. All right. So not going to need the screw extractor anymore, right? Let me move this a little further away from camera. There we go. All right. And now I'm going to hold the channel locks in place in the back. And then I'm just going to unscrew this guy. Let me get that out of the way there. And there you go. It's coming out. All right. So it's that easy if you have the right tools. If you're trying to do this with a regular plier, boy, you're going to be in for a little bit of a hard time, a little bit of a frustrating time. So you can see there, or maybe you can't see, but the bolt is a little rusty. They do give you new bolts that are stainless, I believe. So there you go. Now that we got that loose, we can get rid of the spacer, the standoff is what we call it. And there is the top hat bolt. So there you go. It looks like the hat that you would see on Lincoln's head or something like that, right? And you can see how I grabbed the edge of it right there. And so All I'm going to have to do now is press this, and it's going to release this. Boom. See, there you go. Now it's let go of that. And all we're left with is the top hat bolt, which is now not junk, but we will no longer need this. We will no longer use it. So I'm actually going to store it just in case, in the off chance, if for whatever reason I need to go back to the original bungee setup. I have all my hardware the way, so I can revert it back, right? So now what we're going to want to do is repeat the process. This one is actually threaded into the spine, so that's a lot easier. So there we go. Let's get that spacer out of the way. So there we go. All right, so I'm actually managed to hold it with my thumb. It's spinning a little bit. So let's grab the channel locks once again. And let's hold that there. Hold on. Actually, let me get rid of... Yeah, I could... Get rid of the bungees. We won't need these anymore. Okay, let me get rid of this bungee also. Thank you for the years of hard work that you've provided me. Years of invoices and money in the bank account. Actually, looks like the rivet there got a little misshapen. I'm going to have to unscrew that to put that back. So we are actually going to flip this over and remove this entirely because this is no longer needed with the Vega upgrade. So, okay, so I'm going to grab my channel locks, grab the edge there. I don't know, yeah, hopefully you can see that. And now I'm just... I'm glad I'm using the channel locks because it's a little bit rusted. And there we go. It all comes apart. Let me grab all that as it comes apart here. So, like I mentioned, just hit this, and that falls away. Okay. Let's finish unthreading this. This should actually just come right off, but it's because I think there's years of corrosion on here. So there we go. There's the standoff. There's the bolt. There's my original cheese plate, which we're going to reuse. It's got my serial number on there. It's one of the early ones, and I'm going to put this back together. Like I said, just in case at some point if I want to revert this back to stock, which honestly I don't think I will. So okay, so now we can flip this guy over. And let's see here. All right, let me take it out of the little tripod here. Thanks for sticking with me. All right, so now that that's gone, right. Oh, I need to. Oh, sorry. What's going on here? I don't know. YouTube Live is a little funny. All right, so I need to get rid of those two Phillips there. I hope they're not rusted. I hope they come out rather easily. And then start bolting in all the new hardware. Oh, I keep covering the lens. start bolting in all the new hardware here. So this is the stainless version of these older bolts here. We got new standoffs, which I believe they are longer than the old ones, and that's why they're actually got to change it. We have bolts right here as well. Everything you need to do this install. There's the bolts, or the nuts rather, and there we go, and the 3 standoffs, and we got tools as well. So, and then the other thing we're going to want to do is we're going to have something else, another part that we're going to be installing on there, which is going to be this guy. So once we put this on the background, you see there's the holes there. That's what we're going to be bolting on to the bat wing, right? And then this whole thing is going to slide up and down. So, but in any case, oh, what's going on? Looks like we got upside down there for a second. All right, in any case, I think I'm going to end the video here because the rest of the steps here on forward you can watch in our other Vega upgrade video. The main thing I wanted to show you in this video was how to deal with the top hat bolts. The fact that the easiest way to deal with those bolts is using a channel lock pliers. My little sort of hack of breaking off the screw if one of these 2 screws gets stuck in there like mine was. So this is an option if you want to do it the best, easiest, the proper way. You're going to use the drill and the included screw extractor kit. All right. So from here on out, I think I'm just going to do this on my own because there's really nothing to it. The real tricky bits is dealing with any stuck screws and dealing with those top hat bolts. All right, guys. So if you want to see the complete start to finish install of the Vega upgrade, on our channel we have another live broadcast where I did the entire upgrade from start to finish on one video, and just look it up and you'll find it. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you on the next live broadcast here from the CineMilled offices. And here we go. We are installing the beautiful and powerful Vega 2 upgrade, and we're going to be taking care of that upgrade with our CineMilled Ready Rig stand dock, right? All right, guys. That's it. And I'll catch you on the next live broadcast. Thanks a lot. And head on over to their website if you want to buy anything that you saw here in the video. CineMilled.com.